Alright, it's a little messy looking, but not bad. It's that weld will certainly hold. So anyway, I got the, as you can see, I got the muffler welded to the exhaust flange. So now all I'm going to do is come in here with my electric angle grinder and a carbide bit and effectively do, you know, like a port match kind of thing in here. I need to grind out some from this side. As you can see right there, there's the inside of the exhaust tube. So I'm going to grind some out here on this side and then see if I can get that old exhaust gasket off the old muffler and reuse it on this one. So we'll see how that works. But anyway, I'm going to get to grinding on this and then we'll see how it fits on the bike. Alright, well, the good news is I was able to get my exhaust gasket taken off the muffler. It really wasn't on there too bad. And came in here and did a little port job here on this exhaust flange. And so now we're ready to mount it on here to the bike. Kind of goes on just something like that. Don't seem to have any interference issues, so let me get the bolts on there and see how it looks. Alright, after quite a bit of banging and shaping I had to do there kind of at the end, I was having problems with this nut and stud right here, having clearance problems, so I had to kind of heat this up and shape this around a little bit. But she's on there nice and snug, and it's about the look I was going for. So let me pull her around and fire it up and see how she sounds. Actually, it made it quieter, and I apologize for my dog barking, but yeah, she barks at anything with wheels and an engine on it, so again, my apologies for that. But yeah, it actually made it quieter. I kind of wasn't expecting that. I have read some stuff where you can get in there and drill holes and kind of free up, there's an inner tube in there, so maybe I'll give that a shot sometime. But this is basically it. Got a little muffler on there, and so now I'll go see if she rides better. But for now, this is the end of this video, so I appreciate y'all watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Okay, so actually this video is not over. As you just watched, I put the muffler on and I had it all completely stock, just how it came from the kit that I bought on eBay. And you heard me start it up, and it was real quiet, and I took it for a ride, and it really choked down the power of this engine. It was a noticeable decrease in power. It was actually even harder to start. And I'll kind of show you what's inside these little two-stroke mufflers. Let me get my flashlight here. And you can kind of see in there, there's a little bit of a kind of a honeycomb thing. That thing is actually not that restrictive. It's kind of hard to get a good shot, but if you take yours apart, you'll see that in fact that little bit is really hardly restrictive at all. I'm going to come over here and show you the inner part. And mine actually broke because the welds are just terrible. Now keep in mind, I drilled out these holes to 1/4 inch. These holes were only 1/8 of an inch, and these are all the factory holes that were drilled into this little tube here. And this piece right here backs up against that kind of corrugated looking stuff, and you can go down the center, or there was another little 1/8 inch hole here on the end, which I drilled that out. And then, not to mention that, so here's the end cap, and this thing is pretty weak. If you open it up, look at how much weld is in there. Look how much that chokes down that already pretty small outlet. I mean, the inside diameter of that is 1/2 inch at best. So that really chokes it down. So anyway, I just got done riding it like this, and the power came back, and I would, you know, it feels like even it got a little more power out of it. It's marginal, but it is noticeable a little bit. So I'm going to fire it up and let you hear what it sounds like with all this kind of inner stuff removed. And I'm going to keep tuning on it a little bit more, but let me go set up the camera and I'll show you what it sounds like with that stuff removed.